join in through our online platform. We are now live at the Central Luzon State University official Facebook platform. Click the link and share the comment. Thank you very much. Once again, we'd like to request all our participants inside the auditorium to settle down and take yourself off. In a bit, we're about to start. Thank you very much. over here. Make yourself comfortable for interview. We're about to start our program. May I request all our participants who are standing there at the backstage, at the back, please, and in this corner, please occupy our seats. And please find your seat, make yourself comfortable. In a few, we're about to start our program. Thank you.
Central Luzon State University, through the years, has grown into a comprehensive and inclusive higher education institution that transforms the mind and improves the quality of life of peoples and communities it serves. From its humble beginning as an agricultural school, with its vast land resources, CLSU offers a conducive environment for learning, research and production catering the needs of students, faculty, staff, researchers and other stakeholders. For more than 100 years, agriculture has remained the flagship program of CLSU, keeping a multidisciplinary approach through the complementation of the different curricular programs it offers, including arts, social sciences, business management, and other allied fields. CLSU is also recognized as an agritourism site in Luzon, featuring the different R&D centers that specializes in precision agriculture, livestock, crops and fisheries. These research centers support, strengthen and sustain the thrusts of the university's academic program. CLSU being strategically located at the heart of the Muñoz science community, it has access to national R&D institutions bringing in additional resources, facilities and experts, which further amplifies the research initiatives of the university. CLSU today stands proud as one of the renowned and prestigious universities in the Philippines and Southeast Asia, and is positioning itself in the global community. CLSU, keeping agriculture as a way of life.
May we request everyone to please rise. Standing for the entrance of colors. Please remain standing for the singing of the Philippine National Anthem and doxology to be led by the CLSU Maestro Singers under the baton of Professor Dr. Florante P. Ibarra, Choir Master. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope all is well and good with us today. We're live here at the Central Luzon State University Auditorium for the opening ceremony of the Research, Innovation, and Development Festival 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, to give us the welcome remarks, it is my honor and privilege to introduce to you the CLSU Vice President for Administration, Professor Dr. Evaristo A. Abella. Sir?
Thank you very much, Dr. Parsons. To the Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management, Honorable Amena Nina L. Mangamas. The Undersecretary, Functional Group Heads of the Media Affairs and Community Relations Office, Goddess O. Divira. Undersecretary, Functional Group Head of the Local Government and Regional Operations Group and Concurrent FGH of the Organization and Systems Improvement Group, Wilford Will L. Wong. Well, of course, our Mayor, the Science City of Muñoz, Honorable Baby Army L. Alvarez. To the Pilrise Executive Director, Dr. John C. De Leon. To the Director, Philippine Center for Post-Harvest Development and Mechanization, Dr. Dionisio G. Albinja, represented by Dr. Nelson Santiago. To the OIC, Executive Director, Philippine Carabao Center, represented by Dr. Marvin Villanueva. To the Center Chief, BIFAR, National Freshwater Technology Center, Dr. Maria Jodicel Danting. Well, of course, to our University President, Dr. Edguy A. Orden, and to my fellow Vice Presidents. I think we have here one member of the Board of Regents who is here today, the Chair, University Supreme Student Council, Honorable Ned Ivan P. Cruz. Well, of course, recognition also is given to Prof. Randolph Mayo, the outgoing member of the Board of Regents, and also to the incoming member of the Board of Regents, Dr. Roy de la Cruz. Well, of course, our friends from the Department of Budget and Management, Region 3, Regional Director Rosalie Abesamis, the Chief Budget and Management Specialist, Adoracion Mangalino, and the Budget and Management Analyst, Andrea Tulabot. Kung meron po akong nakalimutan, pasensya na po, sapagkat napakadami pong mga VIPs na pumunta ngayon. Mukhang mas mahaba pa ho ang greetings ko kaysa sa opening message ko ngayon. First of all, I would like to welcome our dear guests to Central Luzon State University's Research, Innovation, and Development Festival 2023. This is the second installment of the Ride Fest, and we have created an even bigger event to celebrate R4D, Research for Development, Key to Sustainable Society. It is our vision to be a world-class national research university, and it is through events like this that we showcase our generated knowledge and innovations. We celebrate with our farmer partners. We disseminate our completed R&D projects, and it is through this that we measure our impact to the community. This Ride Festival, one of the compelling reasons why we are holding this, it's because of the suggestion of the DBM Region 3 that the university should have the initiative to monitor its R&D projects. After all, this is being funded by government. This is one of the priorities of our university president, Dr. Edgar A. Orden, to make sure that all of our stories have measure and impact. Sabi nga po niya, ang kwento dapat may kwenta. Ito po ang kwenta na meron tayo. We affect people through our generated projects. We make sure to answer the problems of the community to make their livelihood sustainable. There is a lot in store for all of us, and I hope that all of you will take advantage of this opportunity to learn and widen your knowledge and help you be encouraged to do more research and developmental projects. We have an exhibit, review of completed and ongoing projects, seminar for young researchers, technology pitching, Kamalig Fiesta, Inventors Day, and Researchers Gala. Here in CLSU, we want to make these events closer to stakeholders. This is how we show we plan, we deliver, and we succeed. And of course, I would like to thank our guests of honor for today for taking time to be here with us to celebrate R4D. Madam Amena, maraming salamat po at pinaunlakan ninyo ang aming imbitasyon. And also, maraming salamat sa heads of agencies here in Region 3. Thank you for your continued support to CLSU and the projects we have. And to the CLSU community, we have once again shown how we handle and organize an event to showcase our strength through our unity. As Dr. Orden says, this is CLSU, we are CLSU. To the faculty and staff of CLSU, you are the manpower behind this, and our main clientele to our dear students. Maraming salamat. Mabuhay Central Luzon State University.
Thank you very much to our Vice President for Administration, Dr. Amena. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce and present our institutional heads, may I call in our University and Board Secretary, Mr. J.B. S. De Guzman. Sir?
morning to all and welcome to the second staging of the CLSU Research, Innovation, and Development Festival. The CLSU Ride Festival has been a regular entry into the academic calendar of the university to celebrate our vibrant research for development culture. Through the years, we have been witnessing a steady upward trajectory of our R4D engagements, which are instrumental in realizing our vision of becoming a national research university for science and technology in agriculture and allied fields. The enabling environment for our researchers is a product of an outstanding leadership that value innovation and put premium on a growth mindset. Allow me then to introduce to you the brave men and women of the CLSU administration who play pivotal role in keeping our research culture alive. Let me begin with the Director of the Business Development Division, Dr. Pablo J. Rafael Jr., Director of the Animal Production Division and President of the Non-Academic Staff Association, Mr. Jose Ariel G. Barza, Director of the Philippine Carabao Center at CLSU, Dr. Erickson N. de la Cruz, OIC Director of the Crops and Resources Research and Development Center, Dr. Marilu M. Sarong, Director of the Center for Renewable Energy and Technology, Dr. Wendy C. Mateo, OIC Director of the University Research Program Office and Director of the Philippine Sino Center for Agricultural Technology, Dr. Marvin M. Sinense, Director of the Precision and Digital Agriculture Center, Dr. Jonathan V. Fabula. Next is the Director of the Ramon Magsaysay Center for Agricultural Resources and Environment Studies, Dr. Maria Luisa T. Mason. Director of the Freshwater Aquaculture Center, Dr. Carl Marx A. Quiazon. Acting Director of the Small Ruminant Center, Mr. Neil A. Del Rosario. Director of the University Extension Program Office, Dr. Eugenia G. Baltazar. Director of the University Gender and Development Office, Professor Janet O. Saturno. Our Director for Quality Assurance Office, Dr. Eden S. David. Next is the Acting Director of the International Affairs Office, Dr. Parsons N. Hale. Director of the Presidential Management Services, Professor Maria Adriel S. Estigoy. We also have here the Director for Auxiliary Services Division, Dr. Maria Elizabeth C. Lloveras. Director of the Physical Plant and Site Development Services Division, Mr. Carlo Raul C. Divina. Acting Director of the Financial Management Services Division, Ms. Jinky A. Parugru. We also have here our Director for Administrative Services Division, Dr. Cheryl G. Ramos. Next is the Dean of the Office of Admissions, Dr. Cesar V. Ortinero. Dean, Office of Student Affairs, Dr. Irene G. Bustos. Acting Dean of the CLSU Distance, Open and Transnational University, Dr. Elida R. Pigalan. Dean of the College of Veterinary Science and Medicine, Dr. Noreen P. Medina. Acting Dean of the College of Science, Dr. Angeles M. De Leon. Dean of the College of Home Science and Industry, Dr. Judith P. Antonino. Acting Dean of the College of Fisheries, Dr. Lawrence J. Fajardo. Dean of the College of Engineering, Dr. Theodi B. Saico. Next is the Acting Dean of the College of Business, Administration and Accountancy, Dr. Karenina B. Romualdo. Acting Dean of the College of Arts and Social Sciences, Dr. J.C. Santos. Acting Dean of the College of Agriculture, Dr. Alona T. Badua. We also have in attendance our Vice President for Business Affairs and the Director of the Crop Production Division, Dr. Ariel G. Mactal. Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Vehidor G. Gaboy. Vice President for Administration, Dr. Evaristo A. Abella. Acting Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Vavelina R. Velasco. At the helm of the CLSU administration is Dr. Edgar A. Orden, our President and concurrent Vice President for Research and Extension. Before I end, let me acknowledge also the presence of our association heads, Mr. Ned Ivan P. Cruz, Chairperson of the University Supreme Student Council, Dr. Voy Circa Jose P. de la Cruz, President of the Faculty Association Incorporated, and Mr. Efraim G. Saturno, President of the CLSU Labor Union of Teachers and Employees. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much once again, Mr. J.B. S. de Guzman, for the presentation of the institutional heads. Well, at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, another privilege of mine, indeed, to introduce and call in for the introduction of our guest of honor and speaker. Please help me in welcoming, ladies and gentlemen, our beloved Central Luzon State University President, Dr. Edgar Alcantara Orden. Sir?
To our honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow public servant, my dear students, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Parang nakatulog na yata tayo. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Salamat po. It is my honor to introduce our guest of honor and speaker for today, the second Ride Festival. Kanina po tinatanong ako ni Ma'am, bakit itong Ride Festival? Ang may kagagawan po nito ay tiga-DBM din. So, sinasagot lang po namin ang inyong panawagan that we should be accountable to all of this budget given to us by the national government. There should be that accountability and responsibility, and this is a proof that Central Luzon State University will always be generating technologies to answer the needs of our farmer, to answer the needs of our community. As the Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management, the Honorable Amena Mina Pangandaman offers diversity and fresh perspective to an otherwise male-dominated team of economic technocrats. So kitang-kita naman niyo po, puro batang-bata ang ating secretary at ang kanyang mga
undersecretaries. Palakpakan po natin sila. Salamat po. She is a Maranao with roots from the South, and Secretary Pangandaman always aimed to give Mindanao a voice in her capacity as a public servant. Take note of that. All of us are public servants in the different branches of the government, having served in the legislative, the executive, as well as in the central bank. She has a unique perspective on the Philippine bureaucracy and a deep understanding of the interplay among the different sectors and agencies of the economic sector of the government. Prior to her appointment as the Secretary of DBM, Secretary Pangandaman served as the Assistant Governor, concurrent head of the Strategic Communication and Advocacy, and the Executive Office's Coordinator. In that capacity, she was a key implementer of the Bangko Central's strategic initiatives aimed at bringing the central bank closer to the Filipino people. She also championed financial inclusion and digital transformation and steered the execution of major projects supporting the governor's goal within and outside the halls of the BSP. With her extensive experience in legislative branch, she likewise advocated for the enactment of the BSP's priority legislative measures. Secretary Pangandaman is not new to the budget process. She was undersecretary at the DBM during the term of former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, acting as the functional group head of the Office of the Secretary. She directly supervised the Department Liaison Office and the Budget Technical Bureau. During her stint at the DBM, she pushed for crucial budget reforms and was a key mover in the preparation, implementation, and monitoring of the General Appropriations Act. She also oversaw the implementation of the Green, a budget assistance program for local government units to develop sustainable public open spaces. Prior to her appointment in the DBM, she also oversaw the enactment of budget laws as the Chief of Staff to the former Senate President Edgardo J. Angara and the Committee of the Finance Chairperson, Senator Loren B. Ligarda. As the Chief of the DBM, Secretary Pangandaman vows to support the incoming administration's vision toward a broader-based and inclusive economic recovery, bringing back the Philippines into its track to achieving a high middle-income status. In this line, she aims to pursue prudent, take note, prudent management of the government fiscal resources, the modernization of the budget system, the incorporation of the sustainability and green principles in government spending, And finally, the promotion of sustainable economic growth through strategic investment in high-impact infrastructure and human capital development. She has a degree in economics from the Far Eastern University and a diploma and master's degree in development economics from the University of the Philippines. She was pursuing her Executive Masters of Public Administration from London School of Economics, but is currently now on leave to serve the DBM. Ladies and gentlemen, our guest of honor, Secretary of the Department of Budget and Management, the Honorable Amena Mina Pangandaman.
First of all po, thank you to our university president. And let's congratulate your president po for, he was awarded, no? Last week lang po, as one of the distinguished UPLB alumni. Palakpakan po natin si President Orta. Alam niyo po, yung CLSU po, hindi po bago sa akin. It's actually nice to be back here. Dahil po, kung nakinig po kayo, hindi ko alam kung na-mention, galing po ako sa Senate. Nagtrabaho po ako dati kay Senator Edgardo Angara, yung senior Angara po. I started there as a researcher po. And pag may kukunin po, lagi po siyang pumupunta dito because malapit po sa puso ni Senator Angara ang CLSU dahil una-una malapit po to sa Aurora. Pangalawa, ang agriculture sector po. Kung maalala nyo po, naging secretary din po siya ng agriculture. At yung Aurora po, ginawa po namin yung parang laboratory for growth. Specifically po, yung mga programa at saka proyekto po sa Aurora during that time, puro po, it's geared towards all agriculture development. Meron din po kaming mga, agriculture, fisheries, Carabao Center, marami po kaming ganon during that time. So, kumukuha po kami ng mga experts dito po sa CLSU. In fact, pag nagiging guest po siya sa mga graduations, nagtatap po kami ng mga estudyante dito. Kumukuha po kami ng mga students. So, marami po ako nakatrabaho during the time, mga graduates po ng CLSU. So, masaya po kami that we are here. And I know that your president po is continuing po yung mga projects and programs para po makilala yung CLSU as a pioneer school on R&D and agricultural development. To the Central Luzon State University Executive Committee, headed by no less than your president, President Edgar Orden, Science City of Muñoz, Mayor Baby Army Alvarez, our colleagues from the national government agencies, professors, senior officers, personnel and staff po of CLSU, at ang ating mga estudyante po, colleagues from the national government, and to the bright and promising students of CLSU, magandang umaga po. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, I thank CLSU for inviting me to deliver this keynote speech in this year's Research, Innovation, and Development Festival, or the RIDE Festival. Your theme, Research and Development, or R4D, Key to a Sustainable Society, resonates with the advocacies that we have been continuously pushing for, innovation and sustainability. And I believe we are in the best place to hold this dialogue as we are in the Science City of Muñoz, the first and only science city in the Philippines. The importance of innovation in fueling development and driving economic growth has been recognized globally. According to the OECD, or the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, the build-up of innovation capacities has played a central role in the growth dynamics of successful developing countries. A robust innovation ecosystem can help create jobs, increase productivity, and enhance our competitiveness. And it is for this reason that the present administration is investing heavily in innovation and technology. Establishing a dynamic innovation ecosystem is at the heart of the socio-economic transformation agenda of the Philippine Development Plan 2023 to 2028. The PDP outlines that over the medium term, the government will provide a nurturing environment for basic research and development, or R&D, and knowledge for creation, support market-driven and customer-centered R&D, scale up technology adoption, utilization, and commercialization, and promote an innovative culture and entrepreneurship. This Ride Festival is also timely and relevant. Last September 27, I joined the launch of the National Innovation Agenda Strategy Development Document 2023 to 2032, led by no less than our President, Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr. In his speech, PBBM reiterated the commitment of the administration to make innovation an indispensable component of our nation's development agenda and a key driver in our vision to achieve a truly smart and innovative Philippines. Guided by this, we will bolster spending for research and development, support local enterprises, ensure food security through smart agricultural inputs to empower local producers, facilitate efficient and secure financial services, accelerate digitalization efforts to boost manufacturing processes and commercialization of products and services, improve mobility through better urban-rural linkages, and reduce carbon footprints for our transport systems. And I am proud to share that this places us on the right track. In the 2023 Global Innovation Index, which was also released last September 27, the Philippines was reported to rank 56 out of the 132 economies, climbing 3 spots, with the country's innovation inputs improving for the first time since 2020. And given this performance, the country joined a group of middle-income economies such as China, India, Vietnam, and Indonesia that rose the fastest in ranking over the last decade. The government recognizes that innovation begins with investing in our people, including our youth, and nurturing a conducive environment and culture for innovation. And so, we will do this through Filipino-vation, a term coined by our friends from the NEDA, DOST, and DTI. Filipino-vation is the whole-of-government approach to inclusive innovation. Through Filipino-vation, we eliminate silos as government agencies no longer work in isolation, and consequently, the impact of government funding is optimized with the multiplier effect. Seeing the promising research and technologies that you, our dear students, have devised makes us more confident that we can further elevate Filipino-vation into whole-of-nation approach. On our end at the Department of Budget and Management, we have committed ourselves to ensuring that our national budget, the people's budget, will secure a future-proof and sustainable economy toward our agenda for prosperity, while investing in our people, advancing research and development, and promoting a culture of innovation in our country. Hence, under the proposed fiscal year 2024 national budget, we allocated an amount of 25.94 billion to DOST, or equivalent to 4.5% increase compared to this year's budget. This includes 8.23 billion for the Grants in Aid program, which covers 3.61 billion pesos to support our national S&T agenda, such as the Science for Change and Small Enterprises Technology Upgrading programs. Some 1.33 billion pesos will also be provided for the research and development initiatives of our state universities and colleges. And the good news is that we have allocated roughly around 50 million pesos for CLSU. Meanwhile, some 100 million pesos is allocated for NEDA's Innovation Fund, which aims to support enterprises engaged in developing innovative solutions that would benefit the country's underprivileged sectors. Adapting innovations in the Philippine agriculture sector is likewise crucial for enhancing productivity, resilience, and sustainability, especially since we aim to transform and modernize agriculture into a dynamic and high-growth sector. Thus, 1.5 billion pesos will be allocated to the DOST's National Agriculture, Aquatic, and Natural Resources Sector R&D program. This fund will facilitate development, capacity building, and research projects that will supplement the R&D initiatives of the banner programs under the Department of Agriculture. We will complement this with the up-to-date digital infrastructure and technologies. Thus, the proposed budget includes some 38.75 billion pesos for digitalization using a whole-of-government approach. This increased by 60.6% from its 24.9 billion budget in 2023. To propel economic transformation for a prosperous, inclusive, and innovative society, we will also scale up sustainable and green investments with a total amount of 543.4 billion pesos for our climate expenditures, equivalent to 9.4% of the proposed fiscal year 2024 national budget. This covers water sufficiency projects, followed by sustainable energy, food security, knowledge and capacity development, climate-smart industries and services, and cross-cutting actions such as technology transfer, research and development, information, education and communication, and capacity building. As you can see, the administration is as dedicated and hopeful as you are. As we do our part, I hope you will also pursue the research and technologies that you will showcase at this festival, because they are all very promising. They have a lot of potential, not only in realizing the vision of CLSU to be a world-class national research university for science and technology in agriculture and allied fields, but also in contributing to nation building. And before I end, I would like to express my sincerest appreciation to the whole CLSU community for your proactive research on crops, farm resources, agriculture, environmental engineering, fisheries and livestock, among others. Research propels our humanity forward. Driven by curiosity, we open possibilities, find solutions, and pave way for progress. Hence, we are also opening possibilities, finding solutions, and paving the way for progress in our agriculture sector, which was paid less attention in the past and given little funding to prosper. To our dear students, you are blessed and privileged to receive quality education from your beloved university. I hope you will use this privilege to make the most of your education and uplift the lives of our fellow Filipinos who do not enjoy the same. To find ways through innovation to make living easier for those who have it difficult in life, and to help our farmers, fisher folks, agriculturists, agricultural workers, and other members of the informal sector. Indeed, this is what Bagong Pilipinas is all about. Innovation with impact, our key to a sustainable society even beyond our agenda for prosperity. Thank you very much po. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much to the Honorable Secretary, Madam Amena Mina F. Pangandaman. A big warm round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen. Madam, may I kindly request to join in at the center of the stage for the awarding of plaque of appreciation and the institutional token. May I respectfully request the presence of our university president and our respective vice president to also join us at the center of the stage. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to read the citation of the plaque of appreciation. Plaque of appreciation is presented to Honorable Amena F. Pangandaman, Secretary, Department of Budget and Management, in grateful recognition and sincerest appreciation of her trailblazing efforts that support and strengthen CLSU's aspiration, embarkment, and journey towards internationalization. Her immense patronage of excellence has created a profound impact to the CLSU constituencies, raising the bar of brilliance, enabling the university to soar to greater heights, while preserving Filipino heritage, upholding inclusivity, embodying dynamism and relevance, and nurturing a vibrant research scope. Given this 9th day of October 2023, during the Research, Innovation, and Development for Wine Festival at Central Luzon State University Science City of Muñoz, Nueva Ecija, signed University President Dr. Edgar A. Ordet. Ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to read the citation of our institutional token. Cara Cuero, by the Philippine Carabao Center at CLSU, inspired by the brands of Hermes, Gucci, Louis Vuitton, and Dior. We named our products as Cara Cuero, meaning Carabao leather hide. We produce bags, belts, sandals, wallets, and shoes that are made of pure Carabao hide, customized in Hawaiian Bulacan, our partner in tanning industry. The institution are capable of producing a vast range of both classic and modern color prints, textures, finishes, and thicknesses according to the customer's specification. This has been made possible after 30 years of PCC's existence. Ladies and gentlemen, Cara Cuero. Thank you very much. Once again, a big warm round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, to our Honorable Secretary, Honorable Mina F. Magandaman. Madam, thank you very much. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we will be witnessing yet another exceptional and outstanding and magnificent performance from the CLSU Maestro Singers. A big warm round of applause, please. An outstanding performance from the CLSU Maestro Singers. A big warm round of applause again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. At this moment, it is my honor to introduce to you our beloved Vice President for Academic Affairs to give us the overview of the Ride Festival 2023. Please help me in welcoming Dr. Rabelina R. Velasco. Ma'am?
A pleasant morning to our honorable guests, university officials, faculty members, representatives from government agencies, and students. I am thrilled to provide you an overview of the Ride Festival 2023 as we reminisce about the resounding success of Ride Festival 2022, which celebrated a high-impact CLSU. Building upon our achievements from last year, the Research, Innovation, and Development Festival continues to be a beacon of progress and innovation within our institution. At the heart of our festival, we recognize the indispensable role of the human resources in achieving our lasting progress. Now, looking forward in this day up to Wednesday, our schedule is filled with exciting events that highlight our theme, Research for Development, Key to a Sustainable Society. The journey of day one are both intellectually stimulating and visually captivating. Earlier, we had our motorcade. After this opening program, please join us on the R&E grounds for the ribbon cutting and opening of exhibits, an opportunity to explore cutting-edge innovations within a pristine setting. At 1 p.m., the R&E Amphitheater becomes the focal point for our plenary session, a knowledgeably enriching experience that will delve in the heart of research and development within our institution. Moving on to 2 p.m., the review of completed research and development projects will be conducted across various venues. The segment will offer a profound insight into the remarkable achievements of our researchers, covering diverse fields and showcasing the impact of their work. The last event of the day is the scientific poster presentation at 3 p.m. in the R&E Complex Hall. The exhibition will display the latest discoveries and innovations in a visually appealing way. On to the second day of the festival, let's rise and shine at 6 a.m. for an invigorating fun-run assembly at 6 a.m., reminder, and at 8 a.m., we'll immerse ourselves in the Kamalik Fiesta for farmers. Then we continue with the review of ongoing R&D projects through engaging oral presentations. Additionally, at 8 a.m. on second day, there will be a project turnover of solar-powered driven pumps, a sustainable leap forward. And in the afternoon at 2 p.m., let us witness the groundbreaking ceremony of the broiler farm with climate change, climate control system, a pioneering development in agricultural innovation. The third day for the Ride Fest is a day of celebration, innovation, and discovery. At 8 a.m. of October 11, the Kamalig Fiesta for faculty, staff, and students kick off, promising a delightful morning and camaraderie and celebration. At 10 a.m., we'll discover cutting-edge innovations of technology pitching at the Academic Affairs Amphitheater. On the other hand, the Inventors Day at 1 p.m. will be held at the R&E Amphitheater, where brilliant student participants showcase their leading edge of ideas. At 3:30 p.m., we'll dive into the future of research with a seminar for young researchers in the R&E Amphitheater. And finally, beginning at 6 p.m., on the last day of the Ride Festival, we'll cap off our day on a good note with Researchers' Night at the FPJ Hall, a night dedicated to honoring and celebrating our esteemed researchers. We look forward for your active participation in this well-curated schedule of events designed to engage, educate, and inspire. As the Vice President for Academic Affairs, I encourage all members of the CLSU community to actively participate in these events. Let us continue to celebrate the spirit of innovation, research, and development that defines CLSU. May RightFest be both productive and enjoyable for all. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much to our Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Avelina R. Velasco. At this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, we will now proceed to the singing of the CLSU hymn. But we have a humble request before we go and proceed to the singing of the CLSU hymn. May we request our photo documenters, may we request to have a crowd shot, please, with our audience here for us to be able to have an official photo documentation. May we request everyone to please rise. We will be requesting our executive together with our Honorable Secretary and Honorable Undersecretaries to join us here downstairs for a crowd shot. All right, thank you very much. So when everyone can be, of course, will be officially posted to our Central Luzon State University official website. May I request once again to please rise for our crowd shot photo documentation. We will be joined by our Honorable Secretary, Honorable Abena Mina F. Pangandaman. Also, we will be joined by Undersecretary, Honorable Goddess Hope Olvira, Honorable Will L. Wong, and our CLSU executives, together with our head of the agencies. This will be a crowd shot, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I hope you guys give us a big smile for this one. singing of the CLSU anthem. May I request... Standing po, ladies and gentlemen, may I invite all our executives to go on stage, please, for the preparation of our exit of colors, please. All right. All right, there you go. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this time let us witness the exit of colors. Once again for the exit of colors. Once again, thank you very much.